I wanted to talk about how the average woman that's over 25 years old has kids, at least one kid, in some cases, two kids. Therefore, I feel like that makes it that much more hard on behalf of men, especially men who may not have kids of their very own, to be able to find a woman around that age bracket, 25 or older, who don't have any kids. And if they do, or when a man without kids who may desire a woman without kids may happen to come across a woman around that age or older with at least one kid, chances are he has the fear that that kid's father, or in some cases fathers for the women around that age or older who may have multiple kids by multiple dudes, he has to be fearful in some instances that if he was to meet the father or fathers of the kids, how things may take a turn for the left, so to speak. How it may come a case where he may be a jealous father of his kids, as we say in our community, baby daddy, and he may be the type that may happen to be very serious about someone that's dating his baby mama. And not only that, but he may be the type in some cases who may be part of a gang, a street gang. And that guy, in some cases, that guy who may be dating the woman, taking on the role of dating the woman with kids, who may not have kids of his very own, may be that much more fearful of what would happen if the kid or kid's father found out about it. If that guy is one of those types of hoodlum types of guys, one of those street types of guys. Because dating women when kids does come with lots of drama, especially whenever a woman may end up having kids by a very toxic guy, a guy who doesn't play about another man dating his baby mama, as we say in the black community. And I hate using that term because I consider that as an oxymoron. In other words, a contradiction of terms. Not only that, but you have to also realize of how each and every day more and more women, guys, for all my guys who may not have kids of your very own, are losing their virginity. I mean, because how many women do you know of, guys, personally, that are virgins? Even some females as young as 15 years old that are virgins. Hi, one, Mr. Gonzalez. Thanks for joining the live. On top of that, and I hate to be the bearer of that much more bad news, but there are even more women becoming mothers at much more younger ages. Oh Lord, here comes another troll. I see how this message is here for a review, but let me proceed and just ignore some of these ignorant folks who just come onto my lives just to cause confusion. Anyways, whether you know it or not, guys, on behalf of my guys without kids, my childless guys, due to there being more and more women becoming mothers at much more younger ages every day, you will be lucky to even be able to find an 18-year-old without any kids of their very own. And that is making it where more and more guys, not by choice, are having to take on the role of dating a woman with kids. More and more guys without kids of their very own. More and more guys are having to take on the sole responsibility of being stepfathers. This live stream goes out to also some of my guys without kids of their very own. If you may be a guy without kids of your very own who happen to keep on running into all these women with kids from previous relationships or with ready-made families, even if you may be a guy who may have never really dated a woman yet, who, you know, may have a hard time with women and therefore may be wondering, a guy without kids, that is, this video is specifically for my guys without kids. If you may have always wondered, is it easy to find a woman without kids, someone who could be compatible with you nowadays? Well, to a certain degree, if she may have some kind of condition where she's not able to be fertile under that circumstance, or if she doesn't want kids in the near future. So, because you have very few women who may not want kids at all that are over 25. Some who may have plenty of nieces and nephews and may look at them as kids in a sense, having their own kids in a sense. Anyways, I'm going to end this here live stream. Before I end it, make sure, like always, to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because I didn't plan on dragging this live stream nowhere near as long as I have dragged my others. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.